Check. All right. We are live. Tuesday, December 10th. The campaign trail is on. And let me scoot some of these windows around. Peace to you, testing. Tuesday, December 10th. We're already in the middle of December. Incredible. Time don't wait for nobody. We here, y'all. I guess I'll wait for a few of these notifications to come through and let's get to it. I just finished watching a Jamie Foxx Netflix special. I don't remember what the name of it was. I don't know if y'all saw it. I think it might just came out today or yesterday, but I just watched it, me and the family, me and my wife and my daughter. So it was actually pretty positive, man. You know, Jay-Z, Jamie is speaking about what happened to him. I don't want to spoiler alert it. Yeah, y'all definitely can check it out. Jamie Foxx Netflix special just aired. And yeah, man, it was real deal. You know, it wasn't it was just heartfelt. It wasn't necessarily funny, but I appreciate him letting his people know what happened to him. But I ain't gonna spoiler alert it. But yeah, y'all can check it out. It's a real reality check, dealing with the reality of health and family and all that, man. So it was positive. It was positive. It's not gonna be necessarily what you expected or what you think, but it was positive. So salute Jamie Foxx, y'all. Check out Jamie Foxx's Netflix special. Just came out on Netflix when y'all get a chance. But what's going on right now is Jay-Z. Why the media is now making rich and famous black men the face of PD, pedophilia, PD feels, the PD feels. You know what I mean? Why that's going on? You see what's going on with Jay-Z right now. Salute, ask D Fair, common sense. Salute, question for show. Ask away. Matter of fact, let me put this StreamYard link in the chat right away, because I ain't got a whole lot of different subjects to talk about, but we can definitely talk about this. What's your question, D Fair, common sense 101? And then we can get into why the media is choosing to make black men the face of of this SA with the thing that they're accusing Jay-Z of right now. And we can even get into that, what that's all about. Bro, you think Fox got that? You know what, the Fauci juice? I personally think Jamie Foxx is a victim of the Fauci juice. That's what I think. Because so many people got it in the entertainment industry, in the professional sports. So many people got that. So yeah, that's what I think, and that's why a lot of people don't want to speak against what exactly they suffer from, because then that will put them in direct whatever opposition to the pharmaceutical industry and to the World Health Organization, that whole big $1 trillion alleged, pharmaceutical mafioso cabal or whatever that is, that shadow government, deep state power structure, that's $1 trillion industry. So I don't think they're gonna I don't think entertainers is gonna come out against the beast like that. You got to already be an activist. You got to already be a warrior that's anointed, that's already got the spirit, the fiery spirit of war against that, to do that it could have turned you that way, but I don't think entertainers is cut like that. I don't think that's what they in it for. Stroke is a side effect. I mean, I don't know. Salute Kemet. But Jim Brown, they all bought and paid for even their would-be demise. I mean, it don't have to be. They all bought and paid for it, but we do have a choice if we want to go to war once we see that they have drawn, they didn't attack us first, because so many of us get so comfortable with our fame and our luxury, our riches, that we don't want to give that up for no circumstances, even when these people attack you or go to war with you or threaten your life, injure you, wound you. You just like trying to count your losses. Okay, instead of making war with the beast that just damn near took me out, I'm just going to be quiet and stay out the way and hope they leave me alone and just try to enjoy the rest of my life, enjoy my family, enjoy my riches or whatever. So a lot of them take that route. Only a very few choose to make war with the beast when the beast attacks them, on a certain level. So I can't speak for nobody else but myself. And history gonna record what it really is and who we really are, based on what we did when we had the opportunity to do it against the beast, in the way of exposing them. Because you do something they don't like, especially these rainbow small cap community, they're gonna ruin you, right? They're gonna cancel culture you. They're gonna try to send you on a apology tour, and they're going to assassinate your character, humiliate you, even if it's fake trumped up charges. They're gonna blast it out. TMZ, CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, they're gonna tear you apart. So why not fight back? Why not retaliate? When you see they clearly drew first blood, metaphorically speaking, or even physically, why would you not retaliate? So that's why I be saluting Candace Owens. Saluting Candace Owens, because she ain't letting up, right? I can't do nothing but salute that, because that's the closest thing. Candace Owens is the closest thing to us, the closest thing to somebody like Minister Farrakhan or myself, all the students of Farrakhan, that we stay on it. We stay on the devil's neck. We stay on the Satan's neck. We stay on the sellouts and the ninjas, the minions' neck. It ain't no letting up until they tap out, till they confess publicly what they did. So Candace Owens is the only one I see doing that. She said that, yeah, I was controlled, I was influenced, all that by the Zionists, handlers and employers that made me rich and famous and gave me these positions. So I didn't know until I did something that they don't like, and then they labeled me a raging anti-Semite like they label everybody else. So she didn't shut up. She didn't shut up and get in line and go along and get along. Nah, she banged back, and she been banging back every episode. Every time that she got an opportunity to speak, she's speaking against those people that all of these celebrities are scared to speak on. So as long as she keeps speaking on them, I'm gonna keep on speaking for her. I'm gonna keep giving her props and pointing y'all to her to go look at her videos, subscribe to her YouTube channel. Keep up to date with what she's exposing and the receipts that she coming with. Yeah. That don't mean I agree with everything she do. I'm talking about this subject of exposing the beast. I know that I don't agree with her marriage choices. I don't agree with her religious leader and the Pope. I don't agree with, the Catholic Church and the head of the Catholic Church, which is the Pope. But whatever, until she realizes who she is or who they are or whatever, then right now she's still making war with the beast. So I can work with that. Ahmad Jabril, salute. As D fair common sense, another form of that without the rope. However, priests get moved. Yep. Mad Black Man, Nick Cannon been apologizing ever since. Hey, I mean, Yusuf Arline, walaikum salam, salute, man. Peace and blessings. Yeah, they upstairs right now, but she'll see it when she come down. Ahmad Jabril got to play chess with them $5 situations and checkmate they backside. Yep. 3 times dope. Speak on it. Can you are you are the truth, but sadly most are controlled opposition, perpetuating organized confusion. I'm afraid. Give me an example of that. You know, there's a such thing as controlled opposition, but you know, I don't know, Jim. I don't know how experienced you are with war with this particular beast that she's exposing, and certain things that can't be controlled opposition. Because if you expose certain things about the real enemy, there is no controlled opposition about that. So let me know what you mean by that. How do you think that might apply to Candace Owens exposing these beasts at the level, the dragon, not the dragon, the beast, the small caps at this level? That's not controlled opposition. Rip City Legend, they want our men to be the poster childs for those PDF files because there are so many politicians that are involved in the PDF file business. It takes the spotlight off of them. Absolutely. I'm going to leave that up there, Julius. Salute, Julius. I'm going to leave that excellent assessment up there. Rube, peace, Rube, salam. Daryl Jackson, salam. Honor Roll, hit the like button. Like Honor Roll says, salute, Honor Roll. Yusuf Arline. Oh, yeah, got the wrench. Walaikum salam. I'm gonna read that again. Julius, Rip City Legend, say they want all of us men to be the poster child for these PDF files, these these children essay files, because there are so many of them, the politicians and the former slave masters' descendants, that are involved in that subject, that we would take the spotlight off of them. But fortunately for us, we living at the time of the end where all of these satanic practices and circles and groups and secret societies is being exposed. They're being exposed, and the God is making Satan to cast out Satan, or to snitch on Satan, or be sloppy and let the general public stumble across real receipts and real evidence. Or, these actual children, some of these people that was children back in the day are speaking out. So we know that the small cap, rainbow satanic faction of this thing is trying, they're the main ones that's trying to hide their hands. They're the main culprits in this, or the second to the main. So they trying to use their media and their political power and their money to get behind our sisters, our women and girls that have been the victims of this, knowing that they've been victimized by black male celebrities or something like that. So they want to push those emotional stories out, so that floods the airwaves, so we don't have the emotional attention to multitask and look at where our black males who are guilty of doing this to victims, where they learned it from, where they got groomed from, who protected them, who protected the allegedly the Diddies or the whoever else that's involved in this. You know what I mean? So they got to make us the face of that evil. That's why they fatten us up. That's why they make us so rich and famous. So, when it goes down and somebody gets sloppy, or it's time to start exposing something, that our people is only going to focus on us. They're only going to focus on us, because the black male, according to biblical prophecy and provable history, is the most feared, the most despised, the most hated, because we are the natural authority of this planet. The black male, the original man of this planet, is the natural authority. So the target is to demonize our image and to find those black males of ours, especially of the descendants of slaves, that they can compromise, that they can contaminate, that they can turn to this satanic type activity so that they can focus on them. They got to make you rich and famous, fatten you up for the slaughter, put you out in front of all of the world. So when that subject comes up, then it's him. He's the mastermind. They're the animals. But it's not they're just the effect. They're not the cause or the causer. These black ones is just the effect. They're just the ones that have been affected. They're the symptoms. They're not the cause. MT, salute. Daryl Jackson, controlled opposition would be BLM, right? An organization created by a small hat and ran by, those of our people that look like us, that have been turned, that's carrying the mark and the mindset and the activities of those beasts. That's controlled opposition. But somebody that just going all the way rogue and exposing them, that's not controlled opposition. They don't control her. They don't control her. Somebody else might control her, but they don't control her. The people that she exposing don't control her. Julia said, if they can also accuse us black men who are innocent and they're proven to be innocent, it also makes it more believable that people are always lying about it while black men have irreversible damage. Yeah, nobody don't never penalize the false accusers. That's how the real justice is supposed to go. Whatever punishment that I'm supposed to get if I was guilty and you accuse me of that, if I'm innocent in that and you falsely accuse me of that, that false accuser is supposed to suffer that same punishment that I would have suffered if I was guilty. That's how it's supposed to go. But the fact that it don't go like that at all, any female can stand up and accuse a man and ruin his life and drag him through the mud. And then if he's found innocent, nothing happens to that female. Nothing happens to them lawyers that got behind that female and took the case pro bono, and nothing happens to them. That's how you know this is all designed to demonize and smear and destroy the males of our people, especially those of money and influence. Ramadani, has it always been that way? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Big Tone, Kingdom United TV, peace, 3 times dope, birthrights. So the Jay-Z thing, people are saying Diddy. I mean, we know what it is. This whole rap culture, it didn't start with us. It started with movies like Porky's and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. All while my generation that's 50 years old and from 50 to 60 years old, we all grew up watching little white teenage horny horn dog movies and TV shows, which was literally grape culture. It was literally, S harassment and S violations, that it was cool when they was doing it. If you got a girl's locker room and you got dudes, that's poking a hole through the showers and and looking and all of that, that was funny. And we was trying to learn how to do them same things. Even back in the day with Bill Cosby doing comedy skits about Spanish fly, and all that. That was all acceptable. With nothing wrong with it. How do we go 20, 30 years later and then he catch a case for that? How does the black men catch cases for that when it was the white men that was promoting it and making it acceptable and making billions of dollars off of it, right? And literally doing it to us for the last 400 years for real, not on a movie, not in Hollywood, in real life. That's how we even got here. This is how your last name is a slave name right now, and you light-skinned. You light-skinned because they really did that to us for real for 400 years. But the black man is the one that's going to be demonized and they're gonna make us the face of it, right? Daryl Jackson, our enemies know us very well. They use accusations to condemn us and feed it to our own people, especially our females, and we fall for it as if it's the truth. Absolutely. G from the Bay, salute. G from the Bay say facts. Rube said, whenever you accuse an innocent man of that which he did not do, the heavens and the earth cries out for justice for that innocent man. Yeah. You can't escape the laws of universal justice. No escape. No false accuser, whether it's a female, black female false accuser, whether it's a white female false accuser, whether it's whoever it is, especially if you falsely accusing God's chosen people that have been put through hell by this specific people for the last 400 and something years. It's a special punishment for falsely accusing and destroying us. A special punishment. Jamar, there's a Hulu documentary called Children of the Snow, just one of many examples of how far up and how large of a network these PDF files people have. Yep. I didn't see that, but yeah, y'all should check that out. I'm gonna check it out too. And the punishment that would have and the punishment that the one that was falsely accused would have received if they was guilty falls upon the head of the accuser, the false accuser. Yeah. Julius, I believe the Jay-Z situation is happening to make it more acceptable to be dismissive toward the real victims and perpetrators. We're going to see. We're going to see. Because we have seen pictures, I don't know if it's video or pictures with Diddy and J-Lo with her top off, topless, and Jay-Z and Diddy is in the same picture, some other people, maybe that's how they was getting down. But if that's what grown-ups consent to doing, they know they can't pin you down. They can't say that that's a crime. So they have to say it's some children involved. They have to say it's some somebody was given some type of, drug or something like that, and against their will, have to add some other boo-boo to the game, because even if it's a 13-year-old, did allegedly did Jay-Z or did he go pick up the 13-year-old? You know what I'm saying? How did the 13-year-old get into a VMA party? Right? Was that really Diddy or Jay-Z that did that? Was she built like a 19-year-old? If it's an after party, are we supposed to be checking IDs? I don't know who you are. You here. That ain't got nothing to do with who let you in, because I'm assuming if you here, then you over 18 because somebody let you in here. How did that got to do with me? What is that? How is that my fault? You here to get smashed. This is what we do at these parties. You here to drink whatever we all drinking. You here to smoke or snort wherever we smoking and snorting. You came here. Ain't nobody go scoop you up. So whose fault is that? Squab Cooks. They always make us the face of anything degenerate. But the fact is, we learned our worst behavior from them. Exactly, as from being victims of them. Right? Julius, I think Jay-Z will be innocent, but it will be irreversible damage to his image. I don't think nobody worried about no image. And it will make it more believable that there are a lot of liars claiming to be SA'd. Yeah, they making us the human shields, the first human shield. So we're the test run. We're the canaries in the mine. You know what I'm saying? So if our people, don't crucify these, as because it's getting more and more prominent, it's getting more and more frequent. So if they can desensitize it to where we ain't tripping on it no more, then they'll come out and say, yeah, we do this, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll remind you that, yeah, we're the ones behind this. But if it look like we're going to be stirred up into a lynch mob and, you know what I'm saying, it's going to get all the way outrageous, then they just going to let the ninjas take the fall for it. They're going to keep black people, black males as the face of that crime. And you got to think of, like I talked about yesterday, and we're going to get into a little bit today, about how young is too young. I mean, according to whose law? Because in America, in the United States, slave meat, not a snakes of slave masters, right? Descendants. They didn't have no age limit on what they did to us for 400 years, but now all of a sudden they got laws, they're moral, they got an age limit, but each 50 states got different age limits. Some say 15 is legal, some say 16 is legal, some say 17 is legal age, some say 18. So, why do we as the victims, the emotional victims, believe their laws and get outraged at the standards and the rules that they set, instead of looking at our own history or looking at the laws of nature? And when a girl gets her menstrual cycle, and what does the laws of nature say? What does your God and the laws of nature say is underage or overage? You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to have those mature, thoughtful, thought-provoking conversations. We want to be in our feelings outraged because so many of us have been violated as little toddler children, little children, that this triggers that trauma. So we're not even thinking clear. We just hear that and hear a girl crying, and next thing you know, like F everything, F everybody, hang him. You know what I'm saying? And they do that on purpose because these is behavioral scientists, these small hats, these, you know what I'm saying? They know what programming is. They know how to program you. They know how to manipulate us emotionally based on our trauma and based on our desires. That's how it works. Jamar, even if Jay-Z wasn't in agreement, if he turned his head and looked the other way, he's complicit in those activities. Yeah, but who gonna stop him? Like if the judges and the politicians and the police is all guilty of the same thing, who says it's illegal? Who's to say that's illegal if the judges is doing it, if the presidents is doing it, if the governors, if the senators is doing it? So it's only illegal if they decide they want to string you up. If they want to string you up and make you an example, then they're gonna call it illegal. But they all doing it every day. So why is it illegal for niggas? Right? Squab cooks. Yeah, all them old freaky, horny, that's all damn near great. It's damn near great. Some of the movies do show like a little teen date grape or running trizanes on them and all of that. That's movies we grew up on. That was okay. It was nothing wrong with it. Just like Hollywood was nothing wrong with showing black people as watermelon eating, bug eyes, Sambos, feeble-minded. You know what I'm saying? That was all fair game. That was all legal. Matter of fact, they got rich from portraying us like that. But now, that's called a hate crime. Now that's called racism. But they already got rich and famous and already then contaminated our minds with those images. Did they pay us reparations for destroying our image like that? Our image of ourselves? Did they give us any reparations? Did anybody give us any repair? No. Yeah, those people have a new term for P.D.F. now, minor attracted. Damn. Minor attracted. So the question for me is, like back in the day with Buddy Holly, his name Buddy Holly, or whoever, Elvis Presley, all of the people like Hugh Hefner that was really smashing, that was really doing that to 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds back in the day. That's what made you look cool. That's what gave you cool points. If you was an old 40-year-old man, Hugh Hefner, and you was smashing 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds at the Playboy Mansion, you was cool. You got super cool points for that, right? But now that's a felony that you're supposed to get stuck in prison for. You're supposed to get stuck up for that in prison in black people's culture now, right? But let's look at the concept of our original indigenous, ancient, righteous people in Africa and in the Middle East. We had marriages, right? Pre-arranged marriages where my daughter might be 10 years old, my daughter might be whatever years old, and I know that this general that's from this other tribe that's righteous, that I want to make an alliance with, I want to be allies and unite forces with, I'll offer my daughter is in marriage as his wife, and either to his son or to him. He could be my age, but I'll offer my daughter to him, right? So she could be 10 years old. That don't mean that I'm turning him over for him to be turning my daughter over to this dude for him to be smashing on her while she's 10. No, it's pre-arranged. They already married, but he knows he might not never touch my daughter, sexually. He might never touch her. You know what I'm saying? What is the motive for you dealing with or touching a teenager? What is the motive? Are you just doing it for kicks? Are you doing it for lust? Or are you marrying her? Are you making sure that she don't got to worry about working again? That you actually raising her and raising a family. You know what I'm saying? What is your motive? Because according to your Bible and your Quran and your Torah, all of that was acceptable. That's lawful. That's lawful according to your God. The unlawful part is it fornication? Is it fornication? Is it adultery? Y'all don't want to have that conversation. We want to be so religiously moral and scream bloody murder about the immorality of this and that. But you steady smashing, you steady running to Planned Parenthood, deleting innocent babies that's younger than that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'd be wanting to have a real conversation, but don't nobody want to have it. We'll get on here and scream bloody murder against a black male. You this, you that. Okay, you maybe you are. Maybe you are a monster. But let's compare monsters. Is Diddy worse than you? Right? What did you do to your unborn child? What did you do to your child? What did you do as, to somebody else? Who's, especially if you're a Christian, all sins is the same, right? Why are you judging Diddy then? Why are you judging Jay-Z? Why are you judging anybody if all sins is the same and you sinning right now? Why do you open your mouth to judge at all? I don't believe all sins is the same. I'm just speaking your language. I don't believe all sins is the same. And that's why I'm down to always have a conversation about it. But nobody wants to show up. Nobody wants to show up and have that conversation with me. So again, here's the StreamYard link. There's a StreamYard link. If I'm saying something wrong, if I'm saying something that don't make sense or that's offensive or abomination to you, I definitely want to hear from you. Ahmad Jabril say all sins being the same sounds delusional. It absolutely is delusional, because if you believe that, then you would live your life like that. You would live your life like that. But you accept the reality that all sins ain't the same. That's why you don't turn yourself in, or you ain't doing capital punishment for every single sin or every single crime. That's just a satanic cop-out for you to say, well, you guilty of what I'm guilty of. Now, I ain't guilty of what you guilty of. No, I ain't do what you did. We not in the same grade. No, all sins ain't equal. All sins don't have the same level, degree, or grade. Just like all good deeds don't have the same level, degree, or grade. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah. If that was the case, then if you believe in the Bible, the 10 Commandments, it tell you for certain sins, it's deletion. If a man lay down with an animal, it's deletion. If a man take the life of another man with no cause, that's deletion. Right? So why in the Bible do some sins the punishment is chastisement? Some sin the punishment is lashes, like getting whipped. In other sins, the punishment is deletion. Your Bible say all sins ain't equal. According to the punishments, why do you say that all sins is equal? Because you on some BS. Right. That's what I'm saying. Do all sins carry the same penalty? No, they don't. So they're not equal. According to your belief, your Bible, your Torah, your Quran, all sins ain't equal. So why don't we want to put them on a scale? Why don't we want to step up? Put them on a scale then. You know how to accuse somebody else when they little sins come to the light, but you don't want nobody digging through your trash, right? Through your closet. Just the fact that you open your mouth against somebody else that's black, then that automatically unlocks and makes your closet fair game. You next. You don't believe you next, but you next. You just not as famous as these people. But if we open our mouth against famous people, knowing that we got dirt probably equal or greater to them, we next. That automatically, that's the law of universal justice. You open your own self up when you open your mouth up. Yeah. Truth lady, or against any innocent person, right? Any innocent person for sure. You for sure. But I'm talking about if somebody that's guilty. They can be guilty. Why are you opening your mouth when you guilty? Let's say everybody guilty. Why are you opening your mouth when you guilty? Why are you joining the crowd and the chorus or the lynch mob and the outrage when you guilty also? Right. We next. We got next. So that's why we at the end is called the judgment. It's not called the accusation, the days of accusation no more. This is the days of judgment for the people that did accuse and falsely accuse and do the crime or didn't do the crime. This is the judgment. This is the sentencing. You know what I'm saying? You got judge, jury, and sentencing, right? We at the sentencing phase. We already went through the accusers, all of those falsely accusing us, and the enemy that accused us before our brethren, before our God, day and night, accused our brethren. That could be our own women accusing their own brothers day and night before our God, walking around with the mind and the mark of the beast in their forehead that chooses to incriminate and accuse their own black men instead of the beast that they in bed with. So that's why, you know, I'm down. I ain't gonna say that. You know, I think that I'm willing to take that bet. I'm willing to take the showdown and these challenges. I wouldn't even be saying this type of subject and airing it out if I didn't know that my closet would have to be opened up. I just think my closet is cleaner than yours. That's all. Anybody of my people that's quick to run their mouth and scream about this person guilty, this person this, and you know, I think I don't know. I think my closet is cleaner than yours. That's what I think. That's why I'm willing to say what I say, and I'm willing for you to go through my dirty laundry with a fine tooth comb with a magnifying glass, and we could go through yours. Let's line it up. Let's see who got the most skeletons and the most dirt, the most bodies, the most whatever. I ain't saying I don't got none. I think yours is dirtier than mine, though. I think you got a dirtier closet than mine. That's what I think. That's why I'm willing to get on here and say what I say. And ain't nobody shutting me up. Because I would shut myself up. So that's like Martin Luther King. You know, he had dirt. He had some extramarital whatever. They had some tapes and videos and pictures of him. They sent to Coretta Scott King. But he stood on business. All right, yeah, I did it. You got me. But they wanted him to delete himself. COINTELPRO, J. Edgar Hoover, specialize in destabilizing relationships, ruining relationships, airing out men's and women's weaknesses to their loved ones, to their family, to their community. But he didn't break. Salute Martin Luther King Jr. At the end, he stood on business like a warrior and went out like a warrior, calling out these small caps, calling out the FBIs. They thought they was going to crack him. They thought they was going to break him by exposing his extramarital or whatever, tapes and videos and pictures that they had. He stood on business though. So we built the same way. And FOI, we taught the same, yeah, whatever. We already taught, don't do nothing that you can't, stand being exposed. Don't do nothing with nobody that you can't stand them saying he did this with me, because they already know it. This enemy, it ain't no such thing as no private conversation or no private interaction, no secret interaction with nobody. Everything is tapped. Everything is bugged. And every person is a potential snitch. So I'm not going to do nothing with nobody that I can't take them saying that I did it. So, and, oh, you did this with such and such? Yeah, I did it. And what that got to do with the truth I'm telling? What that got to do with what I'm banging? Yeah, I did it. So you just got to make sure you ain't doing one of them things that's going to destroy your credibility. They're going to have to lie on me for that. And I don't need no lawyer. If you trumping up false charges on me of something that and I know I didn't do, I don't need no lawyer. No, I ain't do that. You lying. I don't need no super lawyer. I don't need to pay no lawyer thousands of dollars, $1 million to defend me. Nah, okay, if my God can't defend me, then I ain't gonna be defended. If my God don't step in, you know what I'm saying, and make this go away and bring justice and expose who's really who and what really happened, then okay, well, didn't Joseph go to jail? Didn't Joseph, didn't the righteous go to jail for crimes they didn't commit? If God allowed me to go to jail for something I didn't do, then, that's between him and me. Ain't got shit to do with no lawyers. That's me and his business. I gotta understand why he allowed that. Yeah. The only real privacy is in your own head. Yeah. Now, if you develop that skill and that ability, that divine ability to communicate, to tune up, to communicate like the gods do, then yeah, they can't eavesdrop on that. They can't hear those conversations. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different subject right there. Truth lady, especially if they don't have a righteous role or righteous rule of thumb. Yeah. But yeah, this is the subject. Why the media is now making rich and famous black men the face of PDF files, knowing that they're the architects and the masterminds and the biggest perpetrators of that crime. But I want to know what is, how young is too young? Can we have that conversation? How young is too young? If we talking about a girl, because nobody cares about dudes. That's sad also. Nobody cares about the males. If a female violates a male, the female has, relations with a young boy, nobody cares about that boy. Oh, that didn't hurt, man. You get brownie points. Man, you smashed a grown woman, you smashed your school teacher, and you was only 11. Nobody cares about that boy. It's only a crime when the male do it. So let's talk about how young is too young then. How young is too young when the female is a recipient? How young is too young for a female? How young is too young, and how old is too old? How old is too old for a male to do some type of relation with a young female? Because if two 13-year-olds do it and the 13-year-old girl get pregnant, that's not a junior miniature pregnancy. That's not a junior pregnancy where she only gonna feel like a miniature version of of pain and morning sickness and body gets stretched out. No, that's equivalent of if a 60 or 70-year-old man got her pregnant. She's gonna be just as pregnant. Only difference is that 13-year-old baby daddy ain't gonna be able to take care of that child. But she still was active. She still was having relations. She still was choosing to be active with 13-year-old boy, 11-year-old boy, 10-year-old, 15, whatever. You can get just as pregnant as if you was playing with a 70-year-old man. Anybody want to talk about that? Right? With Daryl Jackson, I got daughters. I'm gonna stay out this conversation. I'm too emotional, keeping it 100, and the devil knows that, and that's why we're victims. You're easily led into crashing out and to being sacrificed because of our emotions. I'm just telling you straight up. If we can't rise above our emotions and think like generals, think like scientists and mathematicians, then we already lost. I'm just telling you. I'm just keeping it 100. Then we already lost. Truth Lady, with all due respect, I truly believe that this is also about people who were allegedly unalive, not just peas. I don't know nothing about. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about peas. I'm talking about P.D.Fs. I'm not talking about no unalive. Right? And like I said, if we are talking about unalive, then let's talk about the 30 million innocent, unborn unalivings that happen with black women alone in America through Planned Parenthood. Let's talk about that if we want to talk about that. But we're not gonna focus unalivings on a couple of black men that's rich. Let's focus on the pandemic, the epidemic numbers of 30 million that black women alone do at the Planned Parenthood spot. Yeah. Triggers, yeah. It's all triggers. But unless somebody springs the trap, then the triggers ain't gonna do nothing but blow up on you. You're gonna pop yourself. Triggers mean you're just gonna pop yourself. If anybody can control or pull your trigger, then you're gonna pop yourself, or you're gonna pop whoever they say they want you to pop. You're supposed to control your own, target. One-on-one. I tell you why. Hold on. AI uses popular black men to go viral. The man uses AI as a force multiplier. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but here is the StreamYard link. And we want to have some mature conversations. Ahmad Jabril said, like you mentioned earlier, once females are able to have a period, they're able to reproduce. And once females have a period and are able to reproduce, that's God telling them, you and everybody else, that it's time for them to be able to reproduce. You don't like it, but why would God make that ability happen if he said it shouldn't happen yet? If it's not time for them to even be doing that, then God wouldn't mature that organism or those hormones or whatever to make them able to reproduce. That's a God issue that y'all don't want to be mature enough to face. You want to blame it on ninjas. You want to blame it on dudes instead of blaming it on God. And then, you don't even want to discipline your child. You don't even want to put laws and rules on your daughter. You want to make it a crime for somebody else, to take your daughter up on her offering. She offering herself, but then you want to blame the dude saying he manipulated her. No, your daughter already smashing, nigga. Your daughter's already out smashing. Now you can ask, what's the oldest dude you ever smashed, daughter? You know what I'm saying? How about you keep it real? Is your daughter a virgin? Is your daughter a virgin? How do you know? Is your daughter going to lie to you? Is she going to tell you the truth, knowing that you'll be outraged? Is she going to tell you the truth? Let's have a conversation. This is very important because it's going to come down to motive. What is the motive? What is the intent? What is the motive for your daughter having sex? What is the motive for any male that's having sex with your daughter? What is the motive? Are they trying to be married? Or are they just trying to smash because she's giving away free young box? Can we talk? Anybody wants to talk instead of type? I do this every night. Biggie said, I'll be here every night. I'll be here every night asking for live conversation, not type words. Anyone care to show up for a few minutes of live talk with Brother Cam about this subject? Daryl Jackson say crickets. Jiminy crickets. S'mores at the campfire crickets. Campfire. Yeah, ain't nobody. So don't blame me though, because I had this conversation with my 8-year-old daughter, my 8-year-old and my 11-year-old daughter. So why are you scared to have these conversations as adults? Y'all scared to have adult conversations with me and you adults. And I had these conversations every night with my daughters when they was toddlers, shit, before they was 8. Right? Why nobody ready to talk? Why everybody ready to type, but nobody ready to talk? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Am I saying something anybody disagrees with? If you disagree, then yeah, you shouldn't type. If you agree, then yeah, you can type. I accept the type words, but if you don't agree, you definitely shouldn't be typing. You should be hopping on here with me. Is that making sense though? Is that a great subject that we can get to the bottom of a whole lot of confusion? We can get to the bottom of whether this is a crime or not. Because isn't intent, isn't motive what determines whether something is a crime or not? I personally, like I said, will offer my daughter to a righteous man. A man my age. If I know a man at my age that got the integrity and the character and the quality that I got, or say that Minister Farrakhan got, yeah, I would give my 8-year-old daughter to him. I would give my 11-year-old daughter to him, because I know they wouldn't violate her. They would, have relations with them when they felt comfortable. When my daughters felt comfortable doing that. But based on what the circumstances are, if it's wartime, is it wartime? Is it peacetime? What is the circumstances that I would be doing that for in the first place? My daughters is virgins. You know what I'm saying? I raise virgins. You know what I'm saying? They don't become unvirgins until they leave under my charge, until they already hit a certain age. Then that's on them. They make adult choices with whatever they're gonna do with their body. While they're under my charge, they're virgins. What is your daughters? Are your daughters virgins? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, of course, if they 8 years old and 11 like mine, that they are. But if they 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, are they virgins? Or are they popping it? They popping it and dropping it to Sexy Red and Glorilla and Suki Hana. Are they popping it like that? Ahmad, thank you, Ahmad. I got your Cash App. I see the Cash App. Thank you, Ahmad. Are they popping it and dropping it? Are they cheerleaders? Do you got your daughters cheerleaders? that they got on short little mini skirts, shaking their little thighs and their little butt for boys and men in the stand, strangers? Is that what you do with your daughters? How many of y'all daughters is cheerleaders in elementary school or middle school age, or even high school? How many of your daughters is cheerleaders, shaking their box, shaking their butt and popping their butts for strangers at a football game full of dudes? Is that what y'all daughters is doing? If so, they probably not virgins. If that's what your daughters is doing and you think it's cute, you think that's what they supposed to be able to do, they supposed to do as young girls, they probably not virgins. Yeah. Mr. W, that type, because they don't want to be, they don't want to stand on biz. Y'all hold their feet to the fire. Yeah, for sure. That's what we doing, Mr. W. Anybody want to talk about their daughters? Are your daughters into cheerleading? Do your daughters do cheerleading? Right? I'm a street dude. My daughters ain't did a lick of cheerleading. Said, and ain't gonna start. Not while I'm alive. Not while I'm alive. Yeah. So if you can't control and you going along with Kamala Harris and Biden and this weird satanic rainbow administration, because it's not Trump's administration yet. Trump is against all of that. I don't know if he's truthful, but he's banging against all of that. I agree with him on that. He can be all the white, slave master, wicked so-called devil that we all can claim he is. But if he on that, I'm with him. I'm with that white devil. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that white so-called devil, Satan, whatever y'all call him or whatever. I agree with him. So that make me one? I say it's only two genders. I say all that rainbow business and trying to transition and hormone therapy, I think that's all an abomination. I agree with Trump. So do that make me a wicked, racist bigot? So my daughters, I don't think my daughters should be listening to no Sexy Red, no Glorilla, no Megan Thee Stallion, no none of that. No TikTok dances, no OnlyFans, no none of that. No Disney movies, because all this shit is in Disney movies now. They can't even watch Disney movies. If they do and shit, we pointing out all of the little rainbow, SA violation, PDF file stuff that they got in there. I'm pointing it all out and saying, see how fun and children friendly that scene and how okay they making that scene. Yeah, that's how they trying to make you slip on a banana peel. This is how they trying to make it okay to violate you. That's the only reason why we watch them. I watch them with them. We're going to pick out every movie we watch. You get on a little notepad and you show me all of the stuff that's the Satan, the Yakubian tricknology that's lustfully putting this image or this suggestion. And that's when they get to watch the movies, because you got a homework assignment. Now tell me what all the things that you saw. And if they miss something, I'm going to say, okay, what about this? What does that mean? Did you catch this? Did you catch that? Oh, yeah, that. Oh, that, yeah. So they saying, we're going to go through it. Yeah. And it's not hard. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to have your daughters to stay virgins and stay innocent. It's only hard when you ain't controlling your household. It's only hard when your woman or your baby mama runs you with her emotions, or that she got the job or whatever, she making the money, so you can't lay your law down because you don't pay the bills or whatever the case is. And even if you don't pay the bills, you better let your nuts hang and say, no, I'm the boss, or I'm the security around here. Even if I don't pay the bills, I'm the security guard. Okay, how much money you make. You could be Bill Gates. Bet you Bill Gates ain't stepping his ass outside without no security. I'm more important than Bill Gates because I'm keeping Bill Gates' rich ass alive. So that's my value. You make more than money than me, baby? Okay. Who gonna stop, somebody from taking it from you? Beside me. You better find your manhood nuts value, your priceless value, and stand on it. Otherwise, then your woman or your child's mother, your daughter's mother is she gonna fall for that shit. She gonna be like, no, it's just cute. She looked cute. They didn't put this on for her prom or for her sweet 16. No, I just think that's cute. That's cute. Nah, it's quits. That's what it is. Shit. You think that's cute? Because I can't put my hands on you. I can't, chastise you physically. So that's what you want to poison our daughter with? I'm out. I'm finna go make some more. I'm finna go find a female that ain't trying to 304 out my daughter. See ya. Yeah. Because I can't fight you, right? So that's why you got to make sure y'all on the same page before y'all ever have a child. So now when she get pregnant and do have a child, if she breaks the understanding, breaks the agreement and starts trying to do stuff against what y'all already agreed on, okay, deuces. I'm out. I still got time. My little semen or whatever, it stay active. It works. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hit a menopause or something, or you might shut down, or you might tear your insides up running the Planned Parenthood with Kamala and Taraji in these streets. You might tear your ability to reproduce up, but you ain't finna tear mine up. That's what you want? I'm out. Yeah, if I can't run my family my way as the protector, as a dude that knows predators, I'm a nigga. Like, I know niggas. I used to be a predator, you know what I'm saying, as far as trying to plot on females or whatever and know how to get them, talking about their clothes or talking about this and talking about that. Nigga, I know. You think you know dudes better. Delusional. So if you think you the protector of little girls, all right, I already know what's going to happen. It probably already happened while I was gone. You probably let them have a sleepover and shit with somebody that you didn't tell me about and they already got violated. They just scared to tell me. Y'all just scared to tell me because I'm going to crash out on you, them, everybody. So instead of me doing that, I'll just be out. Deuces. I go find somebody that's not interested in rebelling and shit against moral law and my natural authority. That's what men's supposed to do. But the fact that we don't do it means you chose wrong. You chose a female with the wrong, lawlessness in the first place. You shouldn't even have smashed unless you already established the law first. This is the law. If you get pregnant because we smashed, I'm the boss. I'm the protector. I'm a soldier. You don't know nothing about surviving no enemies or whatever in these streets. You don't know nothing about this and that. You don't know nothing about dude predators and shit. I know all of that. If you think you equal with me in wisdom and knowledge and military understanding and all that, I don't need you. You a liability. You a competitor. You think you know what I know. I don't need no female to be with me that thinks they know better than me. Nope, you out of my league. I can't afford you. Go find some 4-star, 5-star general and shit that you know that you ain't wiser than and shit. Maybe that's the man for you. But you think you know what I know? Nah. Any female think you wiser than me about survival and nah. Nope. You know it all. You can't be with me. You got to either submit to my experience and my seniority, my authority over you, or we not going to be nothing. We can be homies or friends or something like that, but we'll never be in a relationship. Because as soon as you have a child, the shit going to go left. Because she going to challenge. Now she feel like she got this on you and she got the state and the government backing her up. Oh, it's going to go left. And you wind up having to leave anyway. You're going to have to wind up being estranged anyway because she's going to use the state or the government as her backup, as her army against you. So either way, like I'm saying, you're going to have to exercise your options to be like, oh, any disrespect and disobedience of my authority, that's a deal breaker. It don't even mean that I have to leave. And let me put that out there. This is not encouraging dudes to leave. Really, to keep it 100, a black man never has to leave because it's not the men that leave anyway. Men don't leave. Men stand on their business and the women can't take it and the women leave. And they try to take the child or the children and go to the state or to the white man or whatever, the government, and penalize you and make you pay for their rebellion. Man don't ever have to leave. I'll just have another one while I have you. Because you already left me when you deserted me, disrespected my natural authority. You left me, even though we supposed to be together in a household or wherever. No, you already left. I can have more than one naturally, according to the laws of nature. I can deal with more than one at one time. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to promote that, but it's nothing for me. And I'll be honest about it. And that's what they can't take. No, I ain't sharing nobody. Shit. Soon as you leave him, you already bouncing around on them other 3 and 4 D's that you got across town. Stop lying. You're not abstinent. You're not celibate. Mama got to have a life too, remember? But now you bouncing on somebody that ain't got no commitment to you. That's the most stupid, reckless, irresponsible type of relationship. You jumped out the frying pan into the fire. At least you had a real dude that was committed to you, that was claiming you and keeping his duty to you as a husband. But you think I'm supposed to be restricted to your female anatomy limitations? I'm not, unless you in submission. If you're in submission the proper way, then I might not want to deal with nobody else. But if you're in rebellion, shit, what you think gonna happen? Let's see how easy you can find another one of me. See how easy you can find somebody of my caliber, my quality. And then if you already rebelling against me, it's very easy to find me another one of you because they're all rebellious, right? I may as well pick my poison. I got another young, rebellious, perky one and she that's rebellious, but she look better than you. She make more money than you. You know what I'm saying? She don't got the crimes and violations against me that you do. It's a lose-lose for you if you want to play that game. It's lose-lose. That's the importance of respect. That's the importance of respect for your man's natural authority over you. Now, if you're prideful and you say, no, there is no chain of command, my man ain't supposed to be no authority over me, then good luck. Good luck out there in them streets, Taraji. Good luck pushing them P's. Girls is P's too, right? Good luck. But you ask any woman that's married, any woman that's covered by God and by the security of a quality man, they agreeing with me. Y'all call them pick-me's, or y'all call them, you ain't happy, girl. Blink twice if you want to get out of there. You can't trust him. He dealing with some other females too before. Like, shut up. Let's check your phone. Let's check your phone. Right? I ain't never gonna share no man. Really? How many D's you got on your phone? How many D's you actively bouncing on right now that you saying, no, I'm single by choice? You're not abstinent. You're not celibate or abstinent. So you're not single. If you're not celibate, if you're not abstinent, you're not single. You're just in the most stupid, reckless type of intimate relationship with somebody that ain't committed to you and you ain't committed to them. You community box and you bouncing on community D's. No safety, no security. Nobody can hold them accountable for violating you or doing this to you. Yeah. Ramadani Duff, brother KAM is on that manosphere mentality. What the hell is that? I'm on that man mentality. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. What is manosphere mentality? I'm a man. I'm a husband. I've been a husband for Damn it, 30 years of my life. So Ramadani, are you a husband? Are you a father? Like, I don't know what none of that means. I'm speaking from actual manhood experience. Anybody else got manhood experience that want to disagree with me? That's why nobody is disagreeing with me, Ramadani. And if they are, they're not hopping on here with me. This is how a man's supposed to speak with authority regarding his own household. Right. Rube said, you're not going to share no man, but you being shared by men. Absolutely. And you are sharing a man. Or you sharing males. I wouldn't even say they men, because a man would, commit to you. You agreeing to share your box and share the males that's running up in your box. You sharing both sides, sharing both sides of the coin. And you left your man so you can go share and be shared by them streets, Taraji. Dale Cases, salute. It's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose, man. Squab Cooks. Yeah, stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when you catch me lying. Please stop me. Yusuf Arline, protect your queens, but you can't protect who you can't control. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught since 1934 that no man can properly respect or protect who he cannot righteously control. You must be under my control, my righteous control. Otherwise, I cannot protect you and I cannot respect you. Why would I respect you if you are doing whatever I don't want you to be doing? How can I protect you if you're doing what I say you shouldn't do? Yeah, that's called authority that y'all scared to stand on because we was raised by single mothers that made their emotions your law. You worship your mama's emotions. So then that translates into growing up. Now you worship your baby mama's emotions. You worship females' emotions instead of making them submit to your authority, to your role, to your natural identity. Not saying just because you a male, you are their authority. But if they're agreeing to open their legs to you, then they're already telling you that you're their authority. And it's your job to make them submit mentally, not just physically. Make them submit spiritually. Question them, like, why you opening your box to me? Like, why you want to give me something? Oh, yeah, would you, such and such, all right, well, I shouldn't even, like, your box is not worthy of me. Your box is not worthy of my rod and my staff, which comfort me. Yep. Your box would be a violation of me. And if dudes knew how effective turning down box was, especially if it's box from females that think they the shit, they super fine or they this or they celebrities or whatever, turn down their box and see how they act. They'll go crazy. They'll make up lies on you, but they'll be in love. They'll be obsessed with you. As soon as you give them what they want and you get down according to their program, they lose all respect for you. You never supposed to be on their program unless they program supports your program. And I'm talking about not lust. I'm talking about real manhood, righteous, moral program. Yeah. Right. Dale Cases said, how can you protect what openly rebels against you? You can't. You can't. They're gonna get you in a situation where you need protection. They're gonna get you caught up or get you deleted. It should make you feel good that you have righteous control, like you wise enough to know how to exercise and gain righteous control. Have your woman under righteous submission to you. That should make you feel good. Pimps do it. They do it on the wicked side of the game. They do it on the wicked side of the game. Why you can't do it on the righteous side of the game? You got pimps that got females that's in shape, that look good and all that. They traumatize whatever trauma they know how to crack through their mentality and get them in submission to them wickedly. How the hell you supposed to be calling yourself a man and you can't do it with one woman righteously? That's sad. That's lame. That's lame. You can't get one woman in mental submission to you. Hey, I'm telling you, that's what it takes. You don't got to be rich. You don't got to be famous. You just got to be a man. You just got to know how to speak the man language. I'm not talking about verbally. They got to see you being a man. Okay, I ain't rich. No, but I carry myself like this. My enemies are these. My track record is this. My mentality is this. My daily discipline, whether it's diet, whether it's spiritual, whether it's academic, whether it's streets, is this. I can show you my pedigree. I can show you how, my grade level of manhood. I don't got to be no celebrity. I don't got to have no gang of money. You either recognize it or you don't. You waiting for a millionaire? Good luck. Good luck. Yeah. You better do some math. Better find out how many, quality black men there are in America compared to the number of black women. You better do some math. Is it better for me to have 100% of no man or 25% of a quality man? That's the math you better do. 100% of no man, because if I can't have a man all to myself my way, I just ain't gonna have no man. Well, that's right. You just gonna have no man. Because according to the numbers, the math, it's musical chairs, it's musical black men. There is not enough. But everybody got these strong sisterhoods and sororities and all of that. Yeah, let a dude that they like step in the picture. They at each other's throat. Sisterhood is out the window. F that B. F that B. I thought that was your sayings. I thought it was who you crossed over with her. F that B. Yeah. Yeah. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I have told a lie. But this is all spinning off the subject of why the media is making black males, especially rich and famous black males, now the face of these type of crimes against women, right? Alleged underage girls. This girl that's allegedly was 13 years old in 2000, in the year 2000, 25 years ago. That sounds fishy, but it is what it is. Right. You want a puppy? You need to go to the pet shop. Or to the shelter, or to the animal shelter. You can find you a little pet, find you a little boy toy, you know what I'm saying, that you can tell to sit, roll over, lick mama, here, lick. Yeah, you can find that. And you're going to be more miserable with that than you was when you was alone. You better go get you a man that you can submit to. You better go find you a man you can submit to. Because them pets, them dogs, them cats, them plants, you know what I'm saying? That garden, all that shit don't take the place of a man. That weed, that alcohol, and sipping paint parties with your homegirls, none of that takes the place of a man. Your career, that diploma that you got on your wall, that plaque, none of that takes the place of a man. You will throw all that shit away for a man, or for a percentage of a man. And if you don't believe that, that means you never met a man. If you say, that means you never met a man. You never met a man. If you disagree with me, because if you ever met a real man before, you ever been with a real man before, yeah, that got your head effed up. It got your head all the way effed up. That's why you have to run to all this other stuff to keep you preoccupied, keep your mind off of what you know a real man brings to your life. I gotta keep sisterhoods. I gotta keep drinking and smoking and eating. I gotta stay at work. I gotta immerse myself in my career and my black business. I'm this and my political status. I gotta OD on all this shit because I gotta keep my mind busy off of knowing that I had a real man that I effed off. I tricked off. And I'm under the clock. I'm on the clock. You know what I'm saying? My biological clock probably done ticked out. My beauty clock, gravity is hitting my body. Yeah, ain't no replacement for no man. You was made for a man. If you a Christian, right? That's why God made woman for the man to help. A help meet, not he already got to be balling and rich and he's helping me. All I got to do is help him spend his riches. No, that's not what the Bible say. Help me, help him. That means he's struggling. I don't do struggle love. That's why you don't do love. That's why you don't have no love. That's why you don't have no man. Because you don't do struggle love. You don't help. You don't help. You're not a help me. You know what I'm saying? Dave Lartigue, salute. Man. Yeah. And I ain't even looking at the chat, Rube, so we must be here. Of course, you know, we get to tuning in and tapping in. Yeah, they don't want to help. They don't want to be a help me. They don't want to be their nature. They don't want to fulfill their nature. I got the security here. Hey, security. Peace. And that's what they are. The woman is supposed to be your peace. The woman is supposed to be your heaven. It ain't no rocket science. It don't got to be no warfare. She wants to submit, but she got to test you and try you, and then test you and try you and test you and try you. She got to constantly test you and try you, but she wants to be your peace. She wants to constantly know that you still standing on your original business, your manhood, your testosterone. When it comes to her, when it comes to the streets, she wants to know that males and men and people in the street respect you. That you move men, that you have respect with men and soldiers and warriors in these streets in the world. And then she's still going to test you. She's still going to say, okay, well, I know all about this. My nature tells me I can still crack you. I don't care how tough you are and how other males fear you and respect you. I'm in the bed with you. I know your weaknesses. I see you when you drooling and snoring, when you're most vulnerable. Yeah, I can crack you. So they're going to test you from a whole different angle. And you got to be able to put the law down, not physically harm them and physically chastise them. You got to know how to chastise them verbally and physically in the sense of leaving your ass alone when you violate. Letting you know that everybody is replaceable. Everybody. Every man is replaceable. Every female is replaceable. You ready to test the theory? You ready to try it out? You ready to do that experimentation? You think that you can talk to me or disrespect or disregard my authority? Okay. I respect that experiment. Let's run it. Let's see how that works out. That's all. It ain't got to be nothing personal. I didn't know you when I was born. I didn't grow up knowing you. I don't have to be broken apart or heartbroken and shit if you leave. God brought me you, he'll bring me somebody better than you, right? That's what y'all say. God, your man, my person is out there. Your person is out there. Shit, you about to meet Jesus in a few years and shit. When you gonna hurry up and get to that person? When he gonna send that person? Because I'm running into them persons every day. Shit, I'm turning down them persons and shit. Because I got my person. I got my wife, but I'm turning down females every day. Are you? Are you turning down quality dudes of my level every day? Prove it. Prove it. Yeah. Something is coming that's going to force you to accept your natural role. Absolutely. Vontae, I'm just saying, man, stop me when I'm lying. Big Harv, salute. Stop me when I'm lying. That's right. Right. I mean, if you follow on this page, it's you know, these people, anybody, you know, if you over 30, over 35, man, you when God sending that man, you had already passed your peak years, your prime years. That's why everybody always putting up these throwback pictures when you was in high school. Them years over with. You effed them years off already. Those are supposed to be your baby making years and, you know, building a relationship with your husband and new family and all of that. You sacrifice that. You sacrifice that at the Planned Parenthood altar so you can have your career and your accolades. You have your black business. Not no black family. You sacrifice that so you can have your black business to yourself that you wasn't sharing with a man, with your man. You was Fredo on The Godfather with something in it for you on your own. You smart, not like everybody says. Yeah, that's called selfishness. Selfishness have you ending up by yourself. Man, on a roll. Say bitter itches. Bitter itches. G from the Bay. Am I lying though? Anybody? Am I lying? Afraid. Right. So salute and honor to my wife, Sunday, extraordinary wife, whom the Messiah called extraordinary. You know, I'm not gonna get into those details, but extraordinary warrior, God, woman, Sunday, Muhammad. And I wish and pray that y'all all will be blessed with a wife of that caliber, because that make life worth living. That make life worth living. When you find, like the Bible says, you find a good wife, you found the great thing, a good thing, you found the great thing, you found heaven. Don't care what's going on around you. That's the value of a quality woman. But you got to be quality to even attract or be able to keep that type of woman in rotation around you. You gotta have such light and warmth and understanding, you know what I'm saying, and power, that you keep a planet of that value in your orbit benefiting from you. You got to have something that you bring into the table. It might not be money, because Lord knows I ain't got no money. Shit, I don't got no money. I got something worth more than money though. She knows that I'm worth more money than all my rap peers put together. She been a witness. She know my value if it was in dollars and cents, but she know it's not in dollars and cents for a reason. She know that my enemy. She knows the sanctions and the censorship and the, you know, blocking, leaving not a stone unturned and blocking any help and any money from coming to her husband that was going to benefit her and benefit our children. She was there. She suffered with me. She suffers with me. She knows my afflictions because she shares my afflictions. So that's what makes it all worthwhile. That's what makes us be able to face this world. Money ain't gonna do it. Money don't comfort me. Matter of fact, the Bible says the love of money is what? Your Bible says the love of money, not the love of your woman, not the love of your man. You love money. You love money over your child, over your unborn child, over the idea of a family, over a man that you know is quality. No, I got to get my money first. My mother said, don't rely on no man. Your mother just cursed your ass. Don't rely on a man. That's who you was made to rely on. But your mama cursed you because she said, don't rely on no man. Or some daddies even say that stupid shit. Don't rely on your man. So, unfortunately, Big Harv, I can't repeat that. I'll post it. I can't repeat it. Man. Yeah. Is wave your hand. She right here. I'm talking all this reckless, all this graphic, adult, mature content right in front of my daughter. Do we always talk like this?
Yes.
We always talk like this, but people are scared to get on live with me. You just turned 11 years old a few days ago. They be 50 years old, 40, 50 years old, and they scared to have a conversation with me about it. We've been talking about this subject since she was 3 years old. Since she could understand English language, we've been having these kind of conversations. Raw, uncut, raw. Solar flare, solar storm, fire, heated fire concept conversations. The most mature, divine conversation. If you give them that type of communication at an early age, that's just going to be normal to them. That's the norm. Oh, okay. Shit. Well, he always talking about that. He's talking about monogamy or polygamy. He's talking about, life and death. He's talking about money and enemies. He's talking about, that's all they know. So any dude that's watered down that they want to get with my daughters and he not talking this level of potency, they not effing with him. That's not gonna make them feel comfortable. That's not gonna make them feel secure. Like, dude, do you even what do you think about this subject? What would you do in this, under these circumstances? What do you, what's your upbringing and your track record when it comes to fighting for this cause or that cause? If you ain't got none of that under your belt, you ain't gonna attract these. You're not gonna be able to attract these. They're gonna attract you for sure. They're gonna attract every type of nigga, but they're not gonna be attracted by every type of nigga. And say, damn, y'all brutal with them descriptions. Oh man. Uh-huh. Ahmad Jibril, in chapter 4, verse 26, Holy Quran, corrupt woman for corrupt man. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Everybody ain't for everybody. Men are only supposed to marry those who we can afford. And that don't mean just financially, it means mentally. If you can't afford to do justice, if you don't know how to manage and maintain and secure the mind and the heart of a woman, then you can't afford her. You got to find somebody that looks up to you. She might be in the project. She might be poor. She might be from, a ghetto or something. Find somebody that looks up to you, that respects your wisdom and respects your experience. Otherwise, you choosing wrong. I don't care how she look, what she willing to do for you, like in the bed or whatever she look like, make you look good for this image or that image. But if she too experienced for you, she's out of your league. It's a whole lot of females, especially in the nation, that was way out of my league. I'm not even going to try. I was smart enough to know, let me go find somebody in the streets that don't know too much about none of this and see if I can attract them to Islam and to Minister Farrakhan just through me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that that's the correct way, but that was the correct way for me. Because I wanted to test my own influence. Because if somebody else brought my wife to the Messiah, then they might already have more influence on my wife than I got. That's just my logic. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that works for anybody else, but to me, I just knew that I probably couldn't do justice to women that was already, in the nation or in the mosque, you know what I'm saying, before me. If that makes sense. Yeah, Ninja, going up your rank. Yep. Know you a God and you ain't even, and know you're God even when they say you ain't. Oh, okay. Is that Kanye or Kendrick? Powerhouse ninjas brag about smashing their teachers. Yeah, they do. But those ain't teachers of life. That might just be an English teacher or a teacher of a certain curriculum. But if the teachers are smashing their students, then spiritually and morally, they lower than the student. They dumber than the student, right? Because a teacher shouldn't be smashing a student, should they? Morally speaking, right? If the teacher is a woman, and she's smashing her student that's a male, then she's not looking up to that student for no wisdom and no security. That's lust. That's statutory. That's some statutory business. That's something else. What's your motive for doing that? What's your intent? So yeah, that's not no quality female. But yeah, I guess, man, I'll put this link in the chat one more time because we already at an hour and a half. And what else? Where is this? I got to put my Cash App on there. So if the Lord puts it on your heart, you know what I'm saying, it's greatly appreciated and much thanks. And that's how we keep the lights on over here at Hotel 7. We leave the lights on for you. Anything you want to speak on?
Not really.
Just chilling. All right, we're gonna get to the movie night shortly with me and the daughter God. Avoid Blackjack. Salute, man. Likewise, appreciate your appreciation, man. Just y'all company is payment for me. Just having quality companionship, quality company. Hopefully that I'm saying something that resonate, that makes sense, something that you already talking about, that you already been talking about, and I can do justice by representing it verbally. So that's what this is, as y'all know. Big Hard, appreciate you. But yeah, this is because I'm trying to counteract what I see coming, which is what they doing with Diddy, what they trying to do now, including Jay-Z, what they doing with R. Kelly, they doing with what they didn't did with everybody, Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, whoever. They trying to set up Minister Farrakhan. They trying to set us up, righteous men that are going to have to husband women or girls. Not saying you have to be intimate with them, but you are going to have to take them as yours in a few days when crisis and calamities and economic collapses and other pandemics, all kind of stuff that's going to be happening. This is a reality that we're going to soon, very soon, start living. So that's why I put it out there. What is the intent? What is the motive? Why did we have pre-arranged marriages when we was in Africa, when we was in the Middle East, our ancient forefathers and foremothers? Where my daughter might be, like I said, 9, 10, 11 years old, and I already recognize a warrior, you know what I'm saying, that I give my daughter to, right? If y'all was in, the Quran or the Bible, then Moses' wife, that was the daughter of Jethro. Jethro had 2 daughters, and, he desired to marry one of his daughters. I don't know how old they was, but that's how we did things. That's how we made sure that our daughters was going to be protected. Because I might be on my last lap. I might be about to go to war. I might be 90 years old or something. I don't got too many years ahead of me where I can be the protector of my little young daughters. I might have young daughters. I might be 90 years old and I got a daughter that's 10 years old. I'm not there to protect her. So I got to find a man, not a boy. I got to find a man that I can put her under. Yep. That's how life works. That's how real life works. Instead of letting them become 304s or strippers or, you know what I'm saying, be on the blade or something, or just learning the ratchet way and get corrupted, get tampered with unnecessarily without no righteous authority or righteous protection, righteous guidance. No, if I'm a responsible father and shit, I'm going to make sure that she's under a man, a responsible man. I don't care what her age is. If I see him as a responsible, I know he's not going to try to do nothing to her intimately. You know what I'm saying? But on paper, they're married. Prearranged marriages, they're married already. The commencement or the whatever you call it, is that the commencement or the consummation? The consummation of the marriage might be 10 years later or something. When my daughter is comfortable enough to do that. But I'm just putting it out there because that's what they intent is on coming against us. They already tried it in 1975. That's when the nation fell, and unfortunately Malcolm got flipped and fell for the COINTELPRO technology and put it out there in a real wicked way. When he knew what the language was, he knew what the culture was, he knew all of it. So they're gonna try it again. They're already setting it up for that. And that's a conversation that we can have tomorrow, God willing. If God wills, we can have that conversation. We're not dodging no phase, not dodging no subjects. I just don't get into nobody's bedroom details because I wasn't there. I don't get into my own bedroom details with nobody in public or in private. So Malcolm, unfortunately, tried it. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's wives at that time, his wives and their children are the top laborers of the Nation of Islam today. The top helpers and ministers and laborers and scientists of the Nation of Islam with Minister Farrakhan today. His top defenders are his own children by those wives. That's why the enemy can't jump out there and try to do to us what they doing to Diddy and Jay-Z and R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and Michael Jackson and all that, because they know our intent. They know our motive. Marriage, not smashing, not lust. Marriage, protection. Protection. Ask the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's children the quality and the character of their daddy. Ask Minister Farrakhan's children the quality and the character of their daddy. They the top zealots. They the top soldiers in defense of their father. So that's why we got to put the inoculation out there. You know what I'm saying? So God, be pleased, may God bless these efforts and these communications so y'all know what, the traps that they trying to set and how we springing them before they set them. Yeah. So that's all. Ruben said disappointment, dissatisfaction precede treachery. So a lot of our women, that's the ones that's the most disappointed, right? Black males we don't demonstrate our disappointment, our personal disappointment the same way that our women do. Our women, unfortunately, according to history, biblical and modern, our women are easily swayed or turned by the serpent. So they become treacherous in their disappointment because they don't like the idea that they have to be under the authority of a man that disappointed them. It's not just disappointment, it's disappointment from your authority, from your personal authority. That's a different type of disappointment that breeds a different type of treachery. Your authority. I already got a problem with you as my authority. I think I'm supposed to be free. I think, you say Islam is freedom, justice, and equality. We supposed to be equal, ain't we? No, we're not supposed to be that kind of equal. We equal in value. We're not equal in roles. We're not equal in authority. It's a chain of command. You in authority over our children. You're not in authority over me. You'll never be in authority over me. Just naturally speaking. You can be an authority over me if I'm in the wrong and you in the right, then your righteousness supersedes my authority. But just naturally, relationship-wise, you'll never be my authority. So if I do something as your authority that hurts you, then that's how treachery is born. And that's how you turn children against the father. And then now the children is ready to testify and say that you was no good, or you did this to my mama, or my mama was crying every night over you, or blah, blah, blah. And a false witness that come out your own testicles is a mother effer. A false witness that come out your own loins, that's a bitter cup. That's a bitter betrayal right there. That's a different kind of Judas. But God is the ultimate judge. So no matter who the false witness is, it is what it is. We here for it. We here for it. We not running from nothing. We running to it. That's what you want to do? Let me run to you. Let's hurry up and get it over with. I ain't running from nothing. Yeah. Ruben Muhammad said, you want to know if somebody really is with you? Disappoint them real good. One good time. Build them up, make them think that they're going to get some or be some or have some or do something, and then don't do it. What they really hiding is coming out. Yeah. Kingdom United, Big Tone, super edifying, man. By God's grace, Black Symphony Beats, man. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. An educated black man they truly fear. And if he has money, the black man is even a bigger threat. Yeah. Hit the like button. Like Elmatic say, hit the like button, subscribe, share. If this mean anything to you or a loved one, share this. Share this one. Right? We're not charging no money. All we charging is respect. Shit. Just respect your brother, man. That's all. Just show me respect. That's all we doing here is mutual respect. Of course, everybody ain't going to agree with this. I don't care. I'm not here for people to agree with me. I'm here to get their blood off my hands. That's all I'm doing this for. Get your blood off, because I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you believe. I don't know what you intend to do. I don't know your heart. I don't know. All I know is your nature. I don't know nothing else but your nature. So I'm trying to speak to your nature and speak in a way that you can understand. And that's all. That's all I can do. And just live and be the example for my own children and my own family and for y'all. That's all I could do. Yeah. David Lartigue, they truly fear the black man with power. Yep. And what we're doing right now is power. This is the power they fear the most. They don't fear the power of fame. They don't fear the power of money. They don't fear the power of accolades or political position. They fear the power of this. Enlightening and educating each other, sharing divine exposing of the real enemies and exposing of what your real value and your real identity is as a God. Ye are all gods. You are all gods. I ain't no God. Yes, you are. You just dumb. You just a dumb God thinking that you're not a God. You claiming Christianity. You don't even know the definition of a God. God is not some energy, some formless energy, electricity. All the descriptions of God is human characteristics. Loving, kind, friend, protecting, you know what I'm saying? Avenger. Energy don't do that. People do that. You are gods. So I'm talking to God. I'm talking to the gods. I'm not talking to niggas or rats or thoughts. I'm talking to the gods. We quick to call ourselves niggas and devils. That's my homie, little devil from such and such East Coast, blah, blah. This. What about God? Call yourself little God. I'm little God. Yeah, I'm little Jehovah from such and such. You know what I'm saying? I'm little Yahweh. I'm little Yahshua from such and such. Why don't we call each other God, but we can quickly call each other devils and demons? I'm on demon time. I'm a little demon. And yeah, I'm evil and I'm devious. Why you can't be God? You can be, but somebody deceived you, and it's easier to be evil. It's easier to do dirt. It's easier to be weak. It's hard to be God. It's hard to be right. Now, Fisa, peace,
Hey,
peace. You just in time. I always be just about to get off, but now I'm listening to you, so
I
you take
know
the
that's
last
why
word.
I had to drop my husband off at the shop across the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Get a king my
I
respect.
know. Yeah, yeah, we have a little delay. He, he's leaving town for a few days. I'm a little sad, but I knew you would probably be gone before I got home, and I wanted to say hi to the God, to the little God too, and to the God.
Yeah, yeah.
And thank you for all that you do.
Mm. I know it's a delay, so I'm just letting you speak because it's a delay. So
It's not that bad.
how much was you able to hear? Was you able to hear a little bit?
It's not that bad. I have the headphones on, so
Oh, okay.
everything. Yeah, I was I had to stop at the Target, and so I was listening a little bit. You mean like I only got like about 8 minutes. I'm late.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What are your thoughts on the title where it says why the media is now making rich and famous black men to be the face of the PDF file? You know what they're doing against Jay-Z and Diddy and R. Kelly. You know, as opposed to how the righteous deal with that subject of so-called underage girls in relation to males that's over their age. You know, in our ancient culture, we had prearranged marriages, you know what I'm saying, that might not be consummated for another 10 years or something, but then those little girls was still my little daughter, my little 8-year-old daughter, I already gave her to this other general of my tribe, you know what I'm saying? He's 40, she's 8, you know what I'm saying? It's wartime. I might not live to see that, but I already entrusted her to her future husband. But why don't we see that? Why don't we see things like that as niggas?
um that's pretty much kind of normal in the Quran. Like the way I was raised, um I don't see anything bad about it, or I think that the way that the world is, um, just people don't see it that way. Like what you were saying before. I mean, in another, I think it was another chat you were doing, another live you were doing, and you were speaking on how who says what age a girl can be, um, when like when you get your menstrual cycle, right? um like I was like almost 15, like basically almost 15. So and I pretty much look the way I look right now, like just maybe you could see my face was a little bit more of a baby face. And I knew I wasn't ready for marriage. My mom knew. I wasn't there. I wasn't there yet. But if something was happening and it was an emergency, or back in the day, it was arranged marriages. I mean, when things go properly, I think that's the way of it should be with the father. I'm a product of um, what you talk about, what women are. My mother was an incredible woman. She taught me to be submissive, but she was a little bit of a oxymoron. She was submissive, but she wasn't. So I picked up on all of the submissive things. Plus, our signs are different. She's just different, and she was very submissive to my stepfather, which he was Muslim. And how can I like she? But my dad, who reminds me of you, like when you were talking to your daughter earlier and you said we get raw here, we talk. That's how my father was with me. There was no filter. She's gonna say, he's gonna tell me what how men are like. He's gonna tell me what men do when you do certain things. You're not gonna buy the cow if you get the milk for free. You know, stuff like that. And so I totally agree with that. But I was a product of like the whole the man can't be in a house because then you won't get a check, and the only, just things like that. And like I said, I had trauma from just all of those kinds of things. Like I just want to see my daddy. Like,
Hmm.
we used to hang out, and and then he couldn't be around, or like maybe they're coming today. That that puts everything in a it's terrible for the children, and then it makes this generation feel like, oh, you have to be this age or you have to be that age. And it's a law. It's not a natural law. It's a law of the land. That's what my father taught me. It's the law of the land, not the natural law.
Yeah.
And the way that women are, and I can also say that the way that girls and the way that we eat, there's a lot of hormones in the food, and girls are developing earlier. My dad didn't allow me to have cow's milk and stuff like that growing up. I couldn't like eat like all the potato chips and stuff like my mom didn't like that. I wasn't allowed to eat candy. My cousin was, and my mom had has a twin sister. So her daughter, she developed way faster than me, and she was almost 2 years younger than me. So she was menstrual cycle when she was 9. So it does make a difference the way we eat, what what the government does to us.
Yeah.
It's all about and everything with Jay-Z and everything like that. What I see is the 1%, or the powers that want to be at B, or I don't like to say the powers that be. I like to say the powers that think that they are. But they do the same thing. If anything, they're worse. But I don't want to not hold our people accountable. You know what I mean? They're just trying to put Bill, Diddy and everybody in the forefront when they know that they're really doing a lot of diabolical stuff. Like they're not. Like. Did you know that the guy from Abercrombie and Finch today? That did you hear what the lawyer said today? Oh, okay. So listen, the lawyer from Abercrombie and Finch um, is trying to get him not to do the trial at all, to get him off of the trial because of old age.
Hmm.
And I can't even tell you, and I will not say what he did to those boys.
Hmm.
Okay, it was diabolical. It was terrible, and so he wants to get off, and they let him out. One got out for 1.5 million, one got out for 10 million, but they won't let. I'm not saying that I want Diddy out, but what I'm saying is that, don't you see that they're doing that for a reason, to put to make us upset? I mean, how can you not get upset? But it's all to put a wedge between all the people. I don't know. I'm not saying that we should be friends with them, but I don't know. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible, but it is what it is, and that's why we speaking about it. We're not necessarily claiming to be the best knowers or have the best solution, but at least dialoguing about it is therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? So we can at least blow some of this steam out of our own head on the subject. and not deny it and not avoid the subject. So I'd rather us talk about it and be frustrated than not talk about it at all, you know.
And I'm glad that it's happening because it shows what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And when people can hide stuff too much and they don't show their hypocritical ways, then in a way there's nothing to talk about. You have to guess more. There's more arguing, but it's right there in your face. And
Yeah.
it's like, but a lot of people don't want to see it.
Well, that's part of the problem. That means they're part of the problem, you know, whether they're trying
Oh
to be a
yeah,
part of the problem or not. And that's why I salute, you know, sisters like yourself. I salute Candace Owens. I salute sisters that got the heart, more heart than men, that is
yes,
actually going to call it out publicly.
yeah. Like Candace Owens, I wanted to talk to you about that. Like, yeah, there was just a period of time that I was really frustrated. I mean, when my husband came home, Candace Owens was on. I was telling him what she was talking about.
Mm,
There was no other woman I could really talk to, or like, sh we had a lot in common. You know what I mean? And it was just, I loved her. I loved her. But then things started happening, and I saw what the government was doing, whatever they're doing over there at YouTube, or, you
right.
know, the show she was on. Um, I could see things happening, and it was making my stomach hurt. And I mean, I watched her all the time, and I'm like, she's gonna come back to us. She like
Mm-hmm.
at one point, I felt like I wish she was more on our side. If we had her on our side, like we need her. And
Right.
for a while, we didn't have her. But then one day, he started coming home, and he's like, "Oh, you're watching Candace Owens again?" And I'm like, "Well, I like what she's talking about. I mean, like she's like it looks like she might be waking up. I hope she stays on the right
Yeah,
track."
she's definitely waking up. Whether she's on our side or not is irrelevant. Is she on truth side? Is she telling the
It's
truth?
just it's
She
just
don't have to.
good.
Yeah, she don't have to claim us. She don't have to claim that she's
I
represents
didn't
black people or
I didn't
nation.
feel like she was on the truth side before. The things that were making my stomach. I don't want her to claim me. Yeah.
It's a delay. It's a delay, Nafisa. So and then I already hit the 2-minute mark, but I just wanted to give you the
Okay.
last word. So you know, anything that you want
She's cool with me.
to
She's cool with me. You're cool with me. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I see that there's a time on there.
yeah. So anything you want to say, anybody you want to shout out or any business you want to shout out real quick?
Well, like I said, soon, like I'm working really hard, so I'll be, starting like my health channel soon. And there's a lot of different little projects that are happening. So I don't know exactly when, but when it does, I definitely will let you know. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. VIP,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
Tell the
That's
little god I said hi. Have fun for movie night.
show you. She right here. She said peace.
Oh, yes.
All right, sis. Well, we appreciate you, man. Until tomorrow, God willing, we out.
Yes.
All right. Peace. Peace and love.
Peace.